next reader is John Coletti. John Coletti is the author of Deep Code, City Lights books, and has a book forthcoming in 2020 for Push titled Peppermint Oil.
Hi. Very grateful to be asked to read this year. It means a lot to me. Or resurrection, or for Kevin. Even with the present inside my heart, what's acceptably unacceptable, the soft edges, shells around garlic explode jar, slipping on Gatorade cubes, reading shadows under the tongue, applied angled glass and warm gauze, party dolphin, across areas of pink, crystals get rust too. The afterhold. I'm gonna have to ask the doctor to bring out the extra long needles. How do other people live? I guess they just go to Pret a Manger all day. I don't accept that fate. I've lost my final marble. I feel like somebody is driving me with a remote control and is a real dick, untangling the headphones. The best always try to be owned exclusively by slivers of time rewriting itself. It's like your mom going through the adolescence of your adulthood. Retroactive continuity. Last night, I dreamt we were at a ball game together. You were even more of an absolute fan, like total encyclopedic knowledge of all aspects of the Giants. If it doesn't sell, double the price. It's weird and real, maybe boring. This book is going to be as much about process as content, a fact of my self-reconstruction. I'd like to think of myself as considerate. I'd like to think of myself that way. Plus I sit darkness, regardless, because I remain, and so, state variations, peppermint oil. Love you.
Anselm Berrigan. Anselm Berrigan's latest publication, Wobble Factory, is available by asking Anselm to email you a copy.
Hello. Live in the agency of self-deprecation, just to mean differently, one another after the other. I wish I could have gotten what it was not to know what was ongoing to on-gone. The scroll refuses as form, encapsulation, sinister, splayful, and gruff. Devious echohead and fluff. Really small comment. You didn't put out a floor for us. The way surveillance enhances our experience of loneliness, or that I am uninterested in being further smothered by a certain spurious sensitivity. And who is the projection of, if not the self in multiples? What if, death aside, we're not doomed, or, ungone, is doom underrated, overrated, or properly rated? Bent pipe sticking out of calm lake. Water is so loaded. Can't say I make work for the survivalist community. I can't remember if preemptive self-criticism's more of a pre- or post-9/11 phenomenon. What with all the conversation we no longer get to have, and now, disjunctivized, sitting's too hard even when pushed down, into the future manifesting its carcass. Is it or them manifesting or masquerading? Is the masquerade art? Is what is means? God damn it, Mr. 90s. Growth is terrific unless you can't get rid of it, though alienation may be a new form of relic. I do believe in reverties, yes, even if the last year in particular blubbers dripping on the bystand. Been pretty rough, a buzzer sound forever. Doesn't have to be bamboo, a bunch of things inside a tube to get beyond sets of choices as a proportion of surface batting around this identity construct. An inversive threat. A target is a late mask, an early task of tearing into finishing. I wish upon you what I wish upon nobody, a scale that is out of your control, and that truckload of paraphernalia that would burden you to be overly conscious of. Don't you think 2 minutes on the Enigma fantasy scale is a little short for a tribute? Applause performed only in fist bumps. Why does your desire for language always manifest conservatively in private, oh hustler of accessibility? A little gold-painted stapler to staple pages for bugs together forever. The cups should be a photograph. The studio goes outside for a stroll. But there is no sidewalk, no path, no concession to the plight of the pedestrian. And yet one goes on looking for signs of life on foot in Cookville, eating rows of crumpled napkins, an honest admission, trapping thinking and tricking it into the feeling of release in public and pocket. I do know you're ready to think for me. They do well with friends, the thoughts others want you to have, a little to the side of art historical expectation. Is this inviting illegibility so threatening? From across the room, Anselm Bergen. Did Pets Fit Dogs Carrier Backpack for cat/dog/guinea pig/bunny durable and comfortable pet bag meet your expectations? Better and cheaper than humane complicity in a brand's tactic to live in montage time during real time, to create the overlay of commonality, to mud wrestle or soil wrestle with the assumption of commonality, the necessary calcification of the greater good. Oh, Kevin, a painted bottle of leaves floats out into the center room, ruined in the possibility by words. I have to love how many tones you let make use of you in order to move at all.